right. Hey, everybody.
Hi, everyone.
Welcome to another Wednesday night variety show. Hello, chat. People in the chat. Keith, good to have you here. BDF, Timothy Rainwaters, awesome to have you. All right. Well, hey, we got Rachel here. Hey, Rachel.
Yes, I'm back
You're
after
back.
a brief hiatus.
That's right.
Lisa. Hi, Lisa.
Oh, we got Lisa. Nice to have you here, Lisa. All right. And then we have not only Teton Mary Ellen, but her esteemed guest, Freddie.
Good evening, folks.
Nice to have you all here. All right. Well, Rachel, what's been going on since we saw you about 3 weeks or so ago?
Oh, my whole family's been battling sickness, unfortunately, and it just keeps cycling through us. So hopefully we're coming toward the end of it soon.
Feels like it will never end. Have you ever had those moments where you feel like there's always somebody crying?
Oh, yes.
And we have Movie Mania Nick here. Hello, Nick.
Hey, Nick. Hi, Timothy Rainwaters.
Nice to have you all here. Well, Mary Ellen and Freddie, how are you guys been doing?
Good.
Yeah.
Good.
What can you tell us about Oklahoma that you didn't know a week ago, Freddie?
Well, we went to Muskogee.
Well, we went down to Muskogee on Saturday, but we hit traffic. There was a Renaissance show on something. The traffic was really bad.
It was a Renaissance fair.
Oh,
And I'm not lying when I say like it was back. And we weren't going to the Renaissance fair, so we didn't like it. So we got caught up in it and took a detour. But
sorry.
he filmed the Muskogee and Tahlequah. So Tahlequah's where the Cherokee Nation is, and so he likes to go down there and look around.
I want to say hi to Donna Jaworski. Hello, Donna. Nice to have you here. All right. Well, all right. Maybe we'll hit some more later. Let's go ahead and begin. You guys know the drill, but before I do that,
can I actually ask a question ahead of this? Ahead of your maybe it's one of your questions, but did any of you see any colors for the Northern Lights?
It's a good question. No.
No, oh bummer.
Yeah.
No, we talked about it, and we like I think we're so far south. The only way we could have seen it is to have a good camera and really take some good pictures. And we would have had to gone outside the city and where the city lights we could see it better. And we opted not to.
Rachel, it's one of the times I wish I was back home.
Oh, I bet. Yeah, I bet it was glorious up there.
Because the pictures that I got on the Facebook from people on where I come from and in Donegal, which is just across the bay from us, is unbelievable.
Yeah, it was gorgeous.
I've seen them before, a few times, but they were fantastic pictures from all over Europe, actually.
Well, I'm in northern New Hampshire. And I took the boys outside and we sat in the swing set and watched. And there was actually a corona right above our head. I could see green to the north. I could see purple out to the east and then red to the west. It was gorgeous. The whole sky.
Wow.
Brilliant.
And unfortunately, I was FaceTiming my husband, so I didn't actually photograph anything, and I'm kicking myself because man, oh man, the photographs that people got.
Yes.
Oh,
wow.
But that's okay. It'll happen again, maybe.
It could. I mean, that very likely it will.
Well, it's pretty frequent. I remember when I was a kid, I seen them, and then when I worked offshore and working up around Iceland and Denmark and Finland, and we seen them at night. But they seem to be more frequent now. There was, I think, about 2-3 months ago, back home was the same. They made an appearance, so they did. Because I sent Mary Ellen some photographs because there was a nice picture of it over the Dunluce Castle,
Oh, wow. That must have been gorgeous.
Hi, John.
Yeah, hi, John. Good to have Surf Bum here. And Don is saying I wasn't too upset about it though because I saw the Northern Lights a lot when I lived in Alaska. Wow, yeah, that's a good
Yeah,
place.
I bet.
Yeah, very fortunate.
I
Man,
bet.
I forget you lived in Alaska. We saw Northern Lights in the around the early '80s, and it was so amazing. I honestly, it came down like a cone.
Mhm.
Yeah, and just shined in a perfect cylindrical with the colors changing. But all right.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Oh
beautiful.
wow.
That was from Ireland.
Oh,
So John, and it doesn't surprise me, John's been in Iceland for some reason. So he saw it in Iceland. A lot of people took some really great pictures here in Kentucky. I slept through it both nights. Yeah.
yeah, I heard you could see some lights through photograph even from Texas. So
Yeah.
that blows me away.
Yeah, yeah. That's what I needed here too, was a good camera.
It wasn't bright enough.
It wasn't. It not as good a view as you'd had, for sure. Air
Good.
Force stuff, John said.
Yeah, good to have you here, Amy. And yeah, Air Force
Hi,
stuff.
Amy.
Okay. Well, let's go ahead and dive into some questions here. And Freddie, I've been kind of picking on you first, but I'm going to start with you. And you'll probably have a better answer than all of us because you're from overseas. Name a company that has been around all your life.
BP.
BP? That's
B-
oil.
British Petroleum, isn't it?
Yeah, British Petroleum.
Yeah, that makes sense. And did you work for them?
We drilled wells for them, yeah.
Okay.
For 10 years, we were contracted to them.
Wow. That's kind of a hard question to think of something on the spot. Obviously, for him, that was easier. But Mary Ellen.
Nabisco?
Nabisco, yeah.
Ooh.
Nabisco. For me,
when these things.
I was going to say a food one too, but I'll go to Rachel first.
Well, I mean the obvious one, the Walt Disney Company. That's the first one that comes to mind for me. So
for me, it would be General Mills. General Mills is big here in Minneapolis, and again, and I almost worked for them, but they went through a freeze right when they were about to hire me, so that it didn't work out. John saying Arm and Hammer. Why not? Yep. Nick saying Universal. Yep.
Dunkin' Donuts.
Dunkin' Donuts. Yeah. Yep. Amy saying Pepsi and Coke. Yep.
Yeah.
Donna with McDonald's. Have you guys all seen the story with Michael Keaton about McDonald's?
No.
Oh, it's pretty good. Kellogg, says Amy. I highly recommend it. It's called. I don't remember what it's called now. It's the story of Ray Kroc.
So it's a documentary?
No, it's a drama. It's true with a little drama added.
Oh.
But it's interesting. I really recommend it. I just can't remember the name of the film. Nick saying it's a good film. Nick, as always, I need a reminder. Okay, let me go back here. Lisa said seal test. Keith's grandfather drove the last horse-drawn delivery truck. That's crazy.
That is cool.
That's
see,
cool.
we would have never known that.
Hmm.
Hammond's Candies. Oh, wow. Does anybody remember Fanny Farmer?
Yes.
Yeah, that was big back in the day. Hershey, says Donna. Kodak, the sponsor of the what's the Michael, not the Michael Jackson show, the one prior to it. They had the Kodak thing. CBS, says Keith. Timothy Rainwater's saying our town of Russellville had Rockwell and Emerson. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
John, yeah, the one with Michael Keaton. That's the one I'm referring to. Oh, thank you, Nick. The Founder.
Wow.
I recommend it. It's a little bit, I don't want to say depressed. It's not entirely happy, but it's very interesting.
Watch it next week.
Okay. And then Keith also agreeing with you, Rachel, the Walt Disney Company. All right. Question number 2. What is your ideal type of boat? And Freddie's going to trounce us all here because he's probably been on some very interesting boats.
I certainly have. Well, they were called boats, but whether they were legal or not, an nice cruiser.
Okay. Is that rough?
The North Sea's pretty rough, yeah. When the weather, well, it's like any sea, it's rough.
Yeah.
But yeah, you don't mess with the water.
It said H Cruiser, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So that's a military boat, or?
No, you can buy them. You see a lot of people where I live on the coast there in the good weather in the summer and that. There's a marina just up the river, and they have cruisers up in that. And then in the summer, mainly the summer, they come down the river and out into the bay. And some of them head over to Scotland. Scotland's not that far away, or Donegal, it's not that far away. You can get there by boat, no problem.
Huh? Okay. Donna's saying pontoon, which I'll just spill the beans. That's my favorite. I'm a non-action. I like pontoons. Dinghy says Timothy, which is kind of what something like that is what my sister has at her waterfront property in Cape Coral. Unless you can afford a yacht. Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Boat made from cement from an Andy Griffith movie. Oh, I hadn't heard of that one.
That's interesting.
Lisa's saying I'll take one of those super mega yachts like in Below Deck. Okay. John saying I'm in the ocean all the time, up to 120 miles out. Yeah, that's right. We have Kelly here. Hi, Kelly. Nice to have you here. I have to put my hand up here. Houseboat, says Amy. Okay. Yeah, houseboat. I've been in a houseboat. Those are kind of fun. The Love Boat, says Kelly. How about you, Mary Ellen?
Ski boat. I back in my younger days like to ski, so ski boats.
Oh, like Road Trip Dave.
Like Road Trip Dave.
That's really cool. Rachel, I'm going to guess that you're so into sports. What's yours?
So I actually have 2 answers. The first one is Amphicar, because those are so cool, and I have always wanted to try them at Disney Springs.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah.
And I haven't yet, but it's a bucket list thing. And then my other one is a little bit more sentimental, because my father made a wooden kayak, and that is gorgeous. And that's my ideal boat. Is something that was made by a family member.
That's a good answer. SS Minnow says Nick. Keith saying Andy Griffith's boat was made from cement, sunk since its destiny is more than one. Density, sorry. Destiny. Hey, Jim. Nice to have Jim and More Sunshine here.
Jim.
Gravy boat. Is that a real boat?
Yeah.
Good gravy. That's a great answer.
Good gravy. That's a good answer. Okay, we'll stop that. Very good. All right. So, and then I also pontoon. It would have been my first answer, but Rachel went and mentioned kayak. A canoe for me also, because I've been up in the Boundary Waters, and that's what you do up there is canoe. And so, gotta love a gravy boat, says Kelly. All right. Next question. Name a restaurant. Yeah, I always got to get a food or restaurant in here somehow that you like, but it's nowhere near where you live. So you're thinking, when I'm out of town, when I'm in a certain town, this is the restaurant I go to that I can't go to in my hometown. Freddie. Mary Ellen.
One in, we go down to where do we go?
Dallas.
No, Walmart.
Oh, Broken Arrow.
Broken Arrow. There's a nice fish restaurant in Broken Arrow that I find. Listen, I like all of it. I like all the restaurants around here, but that fish one and fish restaurant in Broken Arrow is pretty good. Like,
So when he's home in Ireland, he'd rather be in Broken Arrow eating fish. Basically, what he's telling you.
Okay.
It's not
Okay.
near my house either, but it's not that far away. But
Okay.
yeah, I say Sanaa.
Sanaa. Oh yeah. All right, we're gonna start a new rule. You can't take my answers, everybody. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, Dean.
Raising Cane, says Keith. Now I have a Raising Cane. Literally, it's the close. Well, Taco Bell is probably the closest restaurant to my house, but Raising Cane is another 50 feet away. Peter Luger's Steakhouse in New York.
Oh,
Sounds expensive.
yes.
Kelly's saying Blue Bayou. Love Blue Bayou. I wish I lived in Disneyland so I could go every day. Kelly, do you like the Monte Cristo at Blue Bayou? The gazebo in Maui. Okay, wow, we're really getting fancy here.
Macadamia nut pancakes.
Oh my gosh.
Oh yeah, that sounds good.
Oh man. Donna, for fast food, I miss Brahms. Mary Ellen should know that place.
Oh, that's Freddie's favorite place to go, Donna.
Oh really?
Every night, let's go to Brahms. Let's go to Brahms.
Yeah, ice cream and M&Ms. Hard to beat after a burger.
Lisa's saying Basil's Greek restaurant in Illinois. Mom and pop, authentic place. I love Greek. Kelly's kids love Raising Canes. Okay, nice. John, lobster pot and Cape Cod. Best calamari I've ever had. Ooh,
I bet.
Timothy Frisch's Big Boy. Oh, wow. Is that the same as the old Big Boy chain? Interesting. Iron, says Amy. I'm not sure what that is. That the name of a restaurant? Kelly confirming she likes the Monte Cristo. Donna confirming Brahms is the best. And we'll be right back. Seeing if Sam put the train for the night. Okay. Let's see. I get 2 app orders as my main meal. And then Amy's saying the Iron Bridge in Grove City, Pennsylvania. Okay.
Okay. There was a restaurant in Port Stewart in Ireland too that had the best seafood chowder I've ever had. Best. I was able to tell the chef that too before I left. It was very good.
Huh. Rachel.
Okay, so 2 categories of food for me. I keep giving you multiple answers. It's not fair. So for fast food, Chick-fil-A, hands down.
Yeah.
There's none in northern New Hampshire.
What?
But it is a destination whenever we see one. And then for fancy food in Disney, Tiffin's is my primo. It's just the atmosphere is amazing, right in the middle of Animal Kingdom.
Yeah.
The food is like global flavors, and the drinks are also phenomenal. So
So my sister lives high on the hog, okay? So she's very wealthy, and Tiffin's is the place that she says I have to get to. So
it is wonderful if you have the chance. Even Nomad Lounge, you can go and get some appetizers there, sit down, enjoy the cool shade, and just like being in Animal Kingdom. Oh, it's wonderful.
I have eaten at Nomad Lounge with Steve's World and my brother, and all we had were the donuts. You know, they have some amazing donuts and something else, but I can't remember what it was. Keith's saying Topeka has plans for a Whataburger. Whataburger is very good.
Yeah,
Sanaa would have been probably my favorite. That's what I got to get to when I'm down in Florida. So
is Timothy Rainwater saying there's still Big Boys around Frankfort, Kentucky?
Oh, okay. I did not know that, Timothy.
I didn't either.
Big Boys was everywhere. Yeah, I thought they were gone too. Huh. I remember the big signage that they would have.
Yeah, and the big guy.
The big boy.
The big boy.
All right. Oh, all right. It is time for our Disney question of the day. What attraction? I'm going to start with Rachel on this one. What attraction at a Disney park has a lot more potential than currently designed? And Lisa, okay, I see. She was bopping with Rachel there. Cool. Used to be a steak and ale. Love that place. I love steak and ale too. Didn't they serve the peanuts and you could throw the shells on the floor?
No, no,
no,
not steak and ale.
not steak and ale. Okay.
That's another steak place, but I can't
Yeah.
think of the name of it. Texas
Oh,
Roadhouse, maybe?
ground round.
I don't know.
Okay. All right, Rachel.
Okay, so I'm back in Animal Kingdom. It is Navi River Journey. Because although it's an amazing, beautiful experience, it is too short.
Oh, yeah.
I wish that they had made that ride just a little bit longer. And it would be one of my favorite attractions. But because it's just a little bit too short for the wait, it doesn't quite make it to the top of my list.
That's a good call. Yeah, I agree with that. Mary Ellen.
Okay, so I'm kind of going like as a theme in general. I think the Muppets are totally underdone. Like the one little thing that they show, they could expand that so much more.
Would you make it vary from time to time or always the same?
Not even exactly just that, but do another Muppet ride or something. Maybe that could be something that's in addition to, but I don't know. I don't want them to get rid of Muppets just because they've outdone that ride. Or it's not even a ride, that attraction. I think they could do more with the Muppets, I guess is what I'm saying.
Okay. Freddie, now I know you're relatively new to the Disney thing, but have you any thoughts about rides that underwhelmed you and you would make changes to?
Well, I'm not really glued up as well as some of the people in here about Disney. To be quite honest, it was my first time down there, and I thought it was absolutely brilliant the way they designed different themes. Like Star Wars, and it was brilliant, absolutely. But and Disney itself, for the first time seeing it, was very good, very very busy.
Yeah.
But maybe I'd agree with Mary Ellen. I'm an old stager. I like the Muppets. You know what I mean, Statler, and so maybe they could do a bit more with it. I thought it was very very funny, and I really enjoyed it, and I enjoyed Disney World when I was there. I'm not really a connoisseur on Disney, and there's other people would know better, than I would really.
Yeah, that's one of those questions where you don't develop that kind of opinion until you've been there a number of times. Lisa said the Skyliner, I would love one that goes not only to Animal Kingdom, but a loop over the whole park with glass bottoms. Yeah.
That would be amazing.
Yeah, do away with the buses.
Also, I just wanted to shout out Keith. I also absolutely love Flight of Passage. That one is one of my favorites.
Yeah, Flight of Passage is I'm almost starting to think I like it more than Rise of the Resistance.
Really?
Which is crazy, and then Keith says I still need to see Muppets. Yeah, Keith, you definitely do. It is funny. It's a very good show. Amy's saying, oh, first I'll go, Keith, the glass bottoms would be as thick as the glass on Limo 1. Okay, yeah. And then Amy's saying the Skyliner and Smuggler's Run. Yeah. Yeah, I agree about Smuggler's Run. As big as that feels like it feels a little underwhelming to me. Almost like the ride at Epcot. What is it? Mission Space, where, I mean, it's better, but it's the same kind of experience.
I actually haven't had a chance to ride Smuggler's Run.
Okay.
But my opinion based on videos I've seen is that they should have a couple different varieties, and I feel like they could build that into the ride pretty easily.
Mhm.
At least maybe even offer something different during the holidays to make it a destination for people who've already ridden it before.
I think they might have that in mind, because if you think about Star Tours, when it opened, it was one experience, and now it's how many? It's like 30, 25. I don't know. It's a lot.
Yeah.
So why couldn't they do that on Smugglers? And I'm gonna say the Figment ride. To me, the Figment needs to be overhauled. It was best in the first version, but I honestly think they could. Well, I don't want to say get rid of Figment, because I know how people would feel about that. But Rachel likes Figment.
No.
I would do a Horizons 2 in that pavilion. That's what I would do. But
Bring back Dreamfinder.
Okay, yeah. Hey, we got to interview Dreamfinders, so yeah, definitely.
We did. I think they should get rid of Mission Space and put Horizons in there.
Well, there you go. That's Mission Space is the least exciting ride there.
That's my only Never Again ride.
Yeah.
Like,
did you do the spinny one?
Oh yes.
Oh
and
dear.
Like the smell alone is it's too much. Too much.
Keith loves Rise of Resistance and Mickey Minnie's Runaway Railway. Yeah, both great. Please get rid of Figment, says Kelly.
No!
Ooh. I refuse to stand in line for an hour for a 5-minute ride.
Yeah. We felt the same way.
But as Bob and I were talking about tonight, how about an hour and a half for a 1-minute ride? Because Slinky Dog Dash, that's kind of what it is.
Yeah.
I was there opening day, and I fortunately had a fast pass for Slinky Dog Dash, but there were people waiting in the line for 5 hours to ride that ride. And why? Just to be one of the first? I can't imagine.
That's what you say.
I don't know. Tron is the same way. The Tron's like a 1-minute ride, and people will stand in there for an hour or more to get on it.
Lisa, I don't believe anybody would miss Mission Space. I really don't. I like the queue. I think the queue is kind of cool. I do not understand Figment coming from a Disneylander. Haha. Keith loves Slinky Dog Dash. It's a good ride. It's just not worth waiting an hour and a half for. He also loves Seven Dwarfs Mine Train. Great ride. Okay. All right. I couldn't think of somebody from the chat, so I chose myself. So I'm here to confirm, true or false, Dean's favorite ride at Disneyland in 1974 was Autopia. And I will tell you, I was 14 at the time, just so you have some context.
I'll say true.
Freddie?
Yeah, I'll say true as well.
Okay. Rachel?
Trying to think of other attractions at that time. I'm seeing you as a dark ride person, so I'm going to say false.
Okay. Lisa saying true. Keith saying true. Amy saying true. Nick saying true. Kelly saying false. All right. False from Timothy. I think that's most people. Well, if any other answers pour in, I'm going to clarify my answer. And then John saying false. You're a Peter Pan guy. Oh, good. That's good. And then I'm laughing because Mary Ellen's laughing.
I'm a Peter Pan guy, so it's okay.
Peter Pan girl, but
yeah.
Not a 14-year-old Dean.
Yeah. Well, all right. I'm going to tell you the answer is false. I went to Disneyland. That was what I was most excited about by far. I could not believe that you could drive a car on your own, even though I first saw it when I was about 10 on TV, and I dreamed of it for years. When I got there, I was a little frustrated at how hard it was to drive. Um, my favorite ride, Rachel, you kind of nailed it. Dark ride attraction, it was Pirates of the Caribbean.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, John, you were close. Peter Pan really is a dark ride attraction, but there are so many rides at Disneyland, no way it could be Autopia. See, Kelly, that's some
Wait,
good
it's
logic.
not Tiki Room?
Okay, the Tiki Room was the first ride we went on, and my story there is we got to Disneyland. I'm 12, I'm 14. Epcot Bob is 12, my sister is 8. And they buy the tickets, A B C D E tickets. And they go in, they say, "Let's go on the Tiki Room." And Bob and I were like, "No, that sounds dumb." And we went on it and we loved it.
Yeah.
We loved it. It was so cool.
I still love Tiki Room. It's a destination.
Yeah, it is. And Kelly, yeah, Pirates at Disneyland is better than Disney World, hands down. It is great. Plus, if you're eating at the Blue Bayou, you get to see the ride.
Cool.
Yeah. All right, enough of that. Now we still have these two carryovers. Jeff, confirm you are a scientist, and Kay Atwood, have you read over 100 books, which we decided was a dumb question, but it is what it is. All right. All right, back to Freddie. We're going to start with you, or Mary Ellen, whatever. What country gave us the concept of zero in mathematics? Was it Germany, China, or India?
I'll go Germany.
He said Germany.
Yep. How about you, Mary Ellen?
I'm going India.
India? Okay.
Oh, I'm going to mix things up with China.
Cool. We got all three covered. All right. Jim agreeing with Rachel. China. Well, it's not the Venetians, says Lisa. So we can't thank them. Lisa saying China. Nick is saying China. Ooh, we got a lot of China going on. Kelly saying India.
Yeah, that's why I didn't do it.
That's the easy one.
John's agreeing with Freddie, saying Germany. All right. Well, I'll give it another.
I think I would have guessed Italy if you told me to pick out a country, but
Oh, sure. But it's one of these three. I guarantee it.
I'm trusting you.
Yep. You trust Google.
Well, I don't know if I do that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know. It's hard. Sometimes when I'm looking up these questions, I'll do one and then I'll see there's different answers. And so, all right. Well, I think we have our answers in. The answer is India.
Wow.
Yeah. The first recorded zero appeared in Mesopotamia around 3 BC. Obviously, that's not India, but the Mayans invented it. So the Mayans invented it independently. It was later devised in India in the mid-5th century, spread to Cambodia near the end of the 7th century. So they were the ones that really incorporated zero into mathematics. So check it out if you want. Google it. Just don't complain. All right. Movie quote time. All right. Now, guys and Mary Ellen, Freddie, Rachel, if you know it right away, just give it maybe 5 or so seconds. But never say goodbye, because saying goodbye means going away. All right. So nod if you or raise your hand if you think you know it. Anyone?
I could give a guess.
Okay. We'll hold on to that. Well, if it's a guess, go ahead.
It's a guess. I don't know. Forrest Gump.
Forrest Gump. All right. We got a guess. Mary Ellen or Freddie, any thoughts?
No.
I've been picking hard ones. I keep thinking they're going to be easier. All right. No clues, says Lisa.
Where's
John
Nick
knows
with
it.
the answer?
John, if you know it.
If you know it, what is it?
Mary Poppins, says Jim. All right. So far, nobody has it. John, you have the green light. Please put it in. I want to wait. I will wait all night if I have to. He's correct. It's Peter
Oh.
Pan.
That makes sense.
Yep, and Nick had it as well. Peter Pan.
Everybody's on a roll with Peter Pan tonight.
I know. Never say goodbye, because saying goodbye means going away, and going away means forgetting. So I didn't put the whole thing in there, but there you go. They had it. All right. It's time for a movie review. All right. I'm so happy that we have that Freddie and Mary Ellen and Rachel are all here to do this. So let's see. Rachel, no, actually, I do have it in an order here. So we watched The Earthling with William Holden and Ricky Schroeder. And by the way, I have to interject something here. Last night, Jim did the top actresses who had the most appearances or roles or whatever of all time. It was really interesting. So if you didn't get a chance to see that, you should watch it. Okay. And the first one I have up is Mary Ellen.
Okay. First of all, I thought the acting was amazing. A young Ricky Schroeder, William Holden, of course, he's always a good actor. The topic was very heartbreaking. It was kind of hard to get past that at times, and think of it as a something that could really happen, because I can't imagine. I know William Holden was dying, but to not try and get the poor kid out of there, or I don't know. It was tough love for sure, but so it was hard to watch, but I admired the strength in both characters, so I gave it a 7.
Yep. All right. And Freddie.
I like William Holden. I've seen him. William Holden's been in at least over 70 movies. I think he maybe got an Oscar for Stalag 17 way back in the day. But and I loved him in The Wild Bunch, which was about when it came out in '69 had got a lot of stick on. But anyway, once you figured out what the story was, and I got bored. The outcome was obvious what was going to happen to him, but how far along the road he could get the young boy and how much he could teach him before he did pass. I just saw. I just got bored. Sorry, I just got bored with that.
Oh, that's the beauty of this, Freddie, is we say you watch it however long you want, and that's the beauty of this. We're the lazy movie reviewers, right?
No, to say I like William Holden. I've watched him over the years in different movies, and I just thought, no, not for me.
Yeah. Nick saying it was a very interesting film. Some of the acting was If you like animals, this film has it. Plus, what the heck was the dad doing with the RV? I kind of wondered that myself.
Oh no! Like, has he never driven it before?
That made very little sense. Rachel.
Yeah. Did you get my review? Okay. Yeah, it was very similar to what Mary Ellen was saying. It was hard to watch, very heartbreaking, especially the boy was obviously going through some great trauma, and even like lost his ability to communicate for a period of time. And like constantly coming back to, well, please, can we just go back and try to help them? And the tough love he was getting in response is just hard to watch.
Yeah.
But
it was hard.
I do think the lesson of being able to overcome hardship is an important one. And I thought it was beautifully portrayed. The music in this film was stunning, and it was visually stunning as well. So, and I agree with Nick as well. The animals were fun. I can't imagine trying to hunt a kangaroo, but maybe not the safest thing.
So Nick hasn't seen Jim hasn't seen the Earthling, but he has seen the Martian. Yeah, the Martian is all about potatoes.
In the back garden.
Yeah.
I was expecting, honestly, the Earthling to be like a space themed thing, not this, but this is good.
Yeah. The film is a 1 and done for me. I give it a 4. Okay. Well, all right. So Rachel gives it an 8. Now, I'm going to give a very odd review, all right? I have not finished it yet, and I'm still going to give it an 8. And the reason for that is because I like something that feels different. And this feels so different to me than what you get these days. I liked William Holden a lot. I felt like that's the real William Holden there. Kind of a crabby, curmudgeon-y, guy, and I just believed what he was feeling. Like you're keeping me from dying, And Ricky Schroeder, it wasn't perfect, but I thought it was amazing what he did do. Now, let me ask you guys a question, because it didn't make sense to me at first. He's talking in the beginning, and then all of a sudden he can't talk when he first meets William Holden. Was that just because he was stressed out?
Yeah, he was
I think it was
traumatized.
a
Traumatized.
trauma reaction. Yeah.
So
I mean, I interpreted it as he had hope at first, and then when he lost hope, that's when that happened.
Okay. Well, then I say he did really good in that regard.
For that age, yeah, I think so too.
Yeah.
The version that I watched on YouTube, I think, was incomplete. There were a couple times where it broke, and especially at the ending, I was reading the comments, and I don't want to ruin the film for anybody who's interested in watching it, but I think it missed a really important scene, unfortunately.
Huh? Okay.
But the ending is beautiful, even what I did see.
Yeah, I noticed there was multiple versions out there.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So, all right. Well, we gave it a fairly good. I would say it came in at around a 6.5 maybe. All right. Next week's film is called Grace and Glory. Has anybody seen this already?
No.
Okay. In case you didn't recognize, that's a young Diane. What's her name? Diane.
No.
Diane Lane.
Oh yes.
I believe that's Diane Lane, and the other one is also a well-known actress, but I don't remember her name either. Free on YouTube, Grace and Glory. Lane, thank you, Jim, for confirming that. Nick's saying same here, Rachel. They edited some shots out. Okay, he watched the same one as you. All right, time for which decade or whatever. All right. Rachel, I'm going to start with you. Now, you guys can just give it to me as you want. I'm sorry, I won't put anyone on the spot. What year did the Hindenburg crash? And I have a feeling some of our historians in the chat might know this, but anyway, thoughts. 37 from John.
I think it was in the 20s. Yeah, 22.
He's saying 22.
Okay, Amy also saying 37. Okay, Jim 36. 22 from Freddie. Okay.
I'll go 1930.
1930 from Rachel.
What's the difference?
Another 37 from Nick. Mary Ellen?
I'll say 28.
28. Only live about 20 minutes from there. Right, Nick? Yeah. So they've probably been to the...
Oh, they've seen that.
Key says 1938. And so, anyway, well, these guys know their stuff. All right. I think we'll probably have a good hint. It is 1937.
Several people picked that. Amy, Nick.
And they said it so fast. I mean, John had it within 2 seconds. So this is obviously known. The Hindenburg airship accident occurred on May 6, 37 in Manchester Township, New Jersey. Okay.
I want to meet your history teachers because I think I need a refresher course here.
I remember on the Waltons. Maybe was part of the Waltons.
Oh, wow.
Okay. Nick wants to visit there. My dad was stationed at Lakehurst a little. Okay. All right, next is, we're running out of time. What century was the French Revolution?
Which was it?
He's saying the 16th century.
16th.
I'm trying to think. Marie Antoinette.
I'm saying 18th century.
18th from Rachel.
I'll go in the middle, 17th century.
Okay, 16th from Jim as well. So we got 16, 17, 18. John's going to go ahead and pin it right down to a year and say 1789. John, you're starting to scare us. You know this fairly well. Nick is saying 18th century. 18th from Kelly. 17th from Amy. Lisa, the French Revolution was shortly after they got tired of sharing the whole French toast idea.
What about French fries?
Yeah, French toast.
It was the 19th century because the battle, I think, was 1805. Trafalgar was that.
Well, we're going to find out, aren't we?
All right, here we go. It is the 18th century. And in fact, I will tell you, John has it right on the year as well. I believe 1789 was the first year of it.
Wow.
I believe that's the case. I could be wrong.
1789. I would have took it in 1805.
Yeah.
You know.
Jim meant 18th. So just want to clarify that.
Have any of you seen Les Mis?
Yes.
Oh, so beautiful. And also heartbreaking, but so beautiful.
Which version though? There's so many.
So I saw an off-Broadway version in person, and that was amazing.
Oh, wow. Of the movies, I really like the one that was made in the 1930s. I don't know, but that's the one with the famous Javert was played by that famous actor who was so good. He also played the Hunchback of Notre Dame, but I can't remember the guy's name. Anyway.
Lisa said that John needs to be her phone a friend.
Let's see. I know. We're all going to call John if we get on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire.
It kind of sounds like France is doing a second revolution right now.
Yeah. John has dual citizenship, so that helps. Yes. That would help. All right, 18th century. And finally, before we get to the cartoon bracket, what movie is this? And if you guys know it, Freddie, Mary Ellen, or Rachel, raise your hand. Mary Ellen knows it already.
Can she raise glasses?
I'm surprised that you get it so fast, but all right.
It's Middle East. What do you call it?
I was born in Rosier in Hay. How do you say that? France.
So cool.
Wow.
Do you speak French?
What do you think it is?
All right, Nick. Nick, are you there? Jim, come on. You guys have impressed us in the past. What do we got here? Does anybody know what movie it is? You feel fairly certain, right, Mary Ellen?
I think so.
Okay. Well, we are not getting any guesses. I say, Mary Ellen, go for it.
Holes?
Nope.
You call the guy that's on the karate.
Okay. So this is the answer that I was trying to fake somebody out into saying. This so looks like Gandhi, but this is not Gandhi. Orange is the New Black, says Kelly.
Is it Bruce Lee? No.
It is not.
No.
And Jim also guessed Gandhi. And Keith asking, parlez-vous français? And just a little enough to get by Rachel. So
I can see that. Like.
all right, no guesses?
No.
It's gonna get a little more obvious on this one. Guess away.
What is that plate?
I can tell you right now, Nick's gonna get it. Nick's gonna get it right now, and Jim might get it too.
Is that Wyoming?
Yes, I think it is.
Vacation. Amy said vacation.
It's not vacation. Good guess. Wyoming plate's correct, John. All right. I feel if we give Nick or Jim 10 more seconds, they're going to know this one. I'm kind of surprised we haven't seen the answer yet.
Kelly said European vacation.
Oh, European vacation. Sorry, Kelly. Nope, it's not that either. All right. Gonna move on to the next one, but it's okay. Jim doesn't know yet.
No, I don't think it's that.
It's gonna be, I think, painfully obvious on the next one, if I remember right.
Stop and be friendly.
He's got a jug.
Easy Rider.
It's not Easy Rider. I like that guess. No clue, says Lisa.
The expression on his face is of pure joy.
This man? He has a very brief cameo in this movie, but I'll tell you, he does it well. All right. Ted Kaczynski, says John. That's not Ted Kaczynski. All right. We're going to go to the next picture. I can only believe that Nick just had to duck out for a bit because I just believe Nick would have known this. All right. Here we go. It's going to be a giveaway. You ready?
Sally, man. All right.
No. It's the first the encounters of the third kind, whatever that is.
Yeah.
Close Encounters.
Yeah, Close Encounters.
Close encounters of the third kind.
That's it. Jim had it. Nick had it. Okay. Well, maybe I made this one a little bit tough, Lisa. Y'all got it here. Devil's Tower is correct, John. So go back and look at these pictures. Don't you remember when they were running on the road and there was this families waiting and all the spaceships came down the road? He was in that scene. And this is when they were driving through Wyoming to get to Devil's Tower, and they broke through the fence. So, anyhow. And then finally, this picture.
Yeah, you should have started with that one.
No. I mean, we've had Nick and Jim get them in literally seconds. So.
That's true.
It's true.
It's been like 40 years. I know. This was made right after Star Wars 1 came out. So yeah.
Yes, Lisa.
Close Encounters of the Third Kind. Okay. Time. We only got, we're not right down to the end of the hour. We are down to only 4 votes tonight. So your vote is very important. Here we go. Number 1, Rachel, starting with you. Roadrunner or Peanuts?
Peanuts.
Peanuts. Mary Ellen.
Peanuts.
Peanuts. Freddie.
Roadrunner.
Roadrunner. 2-1. I'll wait. Peanuts, says Nick. So that's 3-1, 3-2. Lisa saying Roadrunner. 4-2. John saying Peanuts. 4-3. Keith saying Roadrunner. 5-3. Jim saying Peanuts. 6-3. Kelly saying Peanuts. 6-3. I believe we've got a clear winner because I'm also Peanuts. So Peanuts is moving on. Oh, they are getting hard, aren't they? All right. Freddie, I'm going to start with you this time.
Simpsons.
Simpsons or Winnie the Pooh? Mary Ellen.
Pooh.
Pooh. Rachel.
Although I loved the Mother's Day special of The Simpsons, Winnie the Pooh wins for me.
Okay. So 2-1 from Winnie the Pooh. Now it's 2-2. I'm sorry. Yeah, 2-2. Jim saying The Simpsons. 3-2. Simpsons back on top. 3-3. Lisa saying Winnie. 4-3 in favor of The Simpsons, with Nick coming in with that. 4-4 says Kelly, the only answer. Simpsons says John, not even close. So it's 5-4 in favor of The Simpsons. Oh boy. Amy, have you voted yet? Are you still there? What did I say was the score? 5 to what?
5-4.
5-4. Okay. Sorry, I can't. I stand corrected. It's been 7 years since Close Encounters. Wow. Okay, let's calm down, boys, says Kelly. All right, 5-4 with The Simpsons.
No
and
pressure, Dean, but it's up
yeah.
to you.
I am going to come in and vote now. I'm voting for The Simpsons. I'm sorry.
Whoa.
I gotta say, I love Winnie the Pooh, but The Simpsons is the funniest animated show I have ever seen in my life. So, Simpsons is going on.
And their intros are so unique.
All right. Sometimes I just don't understand how men think clearly, says Kelly. Sorry, Kelly. And Amy confirming our Simpsons has it hands down. I didn't even need to vote. All right. Amy, I know what you mean. Meant to write poo. Okay. Nick, that is the point of this. I looked at the remaining ones and I said, okay, we have an issue here. And the issue is Bugs Bunny is part of Looney Tunes.
True.
So I decided let's get rid of one of them here. So given that, I'm not going to try to persuade you. What do you say? Lisa saying Looney Tunes. Jim saying Looney Tunes. Now Bugs is Looney Tunes. Looney Tunes, even though I can impersonate Bugs Bunny. That's right. So it's 4-0 with Looney Tunes so far. Rachel?
Yeah, I mean, Looney Tunes has to absorb it.
Yeah, I think that's a good point. Oops, things jumped here. Looney Tunes says Amy. Looney Tunes says Nick. Looney Tunes from John. Mary Ellen and Freddie?
Looney Tunes.
Yeah, it has to be Looney Tunes. There's so many in it, you know.
Okay,
That's
well,
all, folks.
That's one way to not hurt anybody's feelings. Bugs, you're still in it. You're just not the focus. All right, and our last one of the night. Ooh, Mickey Mouse and Scooby-Doo.
Ooh.
Mary Ellen and Freddie, I'm going to start up at the top with you.
I suppose I better play it safe and say Mickey Mouse.
For nostalgia, I'm going with Mickey Mouse.
Okay, Mickey Mouse. Rachel?
Depends on the Mickey Mouse. If it's classic Mickey Mouse, then
Scooby-Doo.
that's my pick. If it's modern Mickey Mouse, Scooby-Doo.
Yeah. And that's why I put a class. You know, isn't this a classic picture from the older?
I think so.
Yeah. That's what I meant to do. So, yeah, classic Mickey Mouse. All right, so all three of you are Mickey Mouse. Nick with Mickey Mouse. Wow, this thing jumps a lot. We've got Keith with Mickey Mouse, and he's spelling it out with the song. Mickey Mouse is Jim. Mickey Mouse is John. Mickey Mouse is Lisa. Scooby-Doo says Amy. All right, we got a Scooby-Doo vote. I love Scooby-Doo, but Mickey wins always. All right. Well, my vote does not matter at this point, but I'm going to say my childhood, it's going to be Scooby-Doo, just because I didn't watch Mickey Mouse as a kid, like the cartoon. So, all right, Mickey Mouse is moving on. It's 7:00. We don't have time for Hot Topic. It's not a great one anyway. So, guys, thank you very much for being on the show. Freddie, how many more weeks do we have you here?
Another 3, I'm afraid.
All right. Good. Mary Ellen, thank you for being on.
Thank you, Dean.
And Mary Ellen, don't forget, I will be down there in about a month and a half.
I know. I can't wait to see you.
I'm looking forward to it.
In person.
We have Sean here. Hello, Sean. Good day. Happy
Good day,
Thursday to
Sean.
you. Just lurking. Nick saying fun stream. Have a good night, everyone. Thank you, Nick.
Ooh, I would be
Lisa's-
curious about his opinion of the movie we watched.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Sean, we watched a movie called The Earthling. So tell us sometime what you thought about that film. It's in Australia, right? Obviously.
Yeah, it's an Australian setting.
Great show, Dean, Mary Ellen, Rachel, Mary Ellen, Freddie.
Lisa.
Thank you, Lisa. Thank you, Jim. Appreciate it. Kelly, thank you. John, good to have you here. Everybody, great to have you here. We'll see you next week, same time, same channel. Good
Have
night,
a good week,
everybody.
everyone.
Have a good week.